Hello, hello. All right. Welcome back to the bench, boys. Just got off some slick freaking ice skates. I was dangle sniping and selling last night.
Bar dizzy.
Yeah, dude. Got some Fresini's. Welcome back to the Gotta Be Bench, boys.
I can't right now. Welcome back to the Gotta Be Good podcast. I'm your host, Tutu Tony, doing the most. And we have Katerina on the podcast today.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Me and my Zins back, please.
You're welcome.
And we all met at La Katrina, one of Wynn's events.
We met
I don't even know how long ago that
Katerina at La Katrina
Yeah.
bars.
Did you,
Hey,
get
it kinda rhymes.
did you get like free tacos since you're kind of like named after the restaurant? Or
No.
no, that's why.
I wish.
So, how do you know when? Because he told me, I think he said if you're his photographer or something.
Yeah, I do photography.
Nice.
I met Wynn through Miguel.
Okay.
Tobar?
Yes.
Oh, small world.
And Miguel and I are we're roommates at a point.
Nice.
Dang.
I met Wynn through Miguel, and that's kind of how I met the crew. And I was like, hey, I do photography. So I used my mom's camera without her permission. And
I mean, that's the only way to do
eventually
it.
she's like, just delete, upload them to your computer and delete them off the SIM card. I'm like, yeah, I got you. It was fun.
Yeah, photography and shows is definitely fun, but it's a riot.
It's difficult with the lighting.
I feel like you love it though.
I loved it. That was my favorite thing to do.
Because he doesn't like to like enjoy himself at a show. He likes to like work it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't.
Felt nice getting
I'm awkward.
through the crowd and being like, hey, I
Yeah.
have a camera
I got a
around
pass,
me. I
what's
got
up?"
a pass. What's up?
Dude, it's like you can go anywhere. Like you have a camera on you, people
We'll
give you
move.
space.
Yeah.
Security guards are this.
Like Jesus parting the Red
Come
Sea.
on,
just-
come on.
I'll just never forget Subtronics last year. You were like, so
Oh,
how do we
yeah.
like meet important people here? Like, and I'm like, dude, I'm here to like cut loose, but it's
I did.
I appreciate
after a
your
while.
grind though. Yeah.
How many shows have you photographed for photography?
Yeah. What would be the word
How
for
would you
shoot?
say that?
I just call it shoot.
How many
Yeah.
shows have you shot?
Probably. So I did the one at La Katrina, and then I went to Austin, Minnesota with Wynn, another
Nice.
Mexican bar and restaurant.
Gotcha.
Right by a
gotcha.
Spam museum. It was the best.
So do you have like a lot of photography stuff coming up or going on?
Not really. I'm looking to get around and get my name out there and kind of updated my prices and what my whole page is looking like.
Right.
Just so it's looking more professional.
Do you have like your own website then, or are you just on Instagram? Or?
I'm on Instagram. I have a website. It's not updated. I have to update it.
It's all right.
And
I mean, honestly, like
I have a
nowadays,
Facebook. And
yeah. I feel like
Try to get my
nowadays,
name out
that's all you
there.
kind of need is like social media. You don't really need like a legit website.
I was looking through my photos the other day. I'm like, okay, I'm proud of myself. Like, I can do this.
Yeah. And before we get into kind of like what you're up to nowadays, where are you from? Are you from Minnesota?
So I'm adopted from Rostov-on-Don, Russia. Came
Okay.
home June 19th, 2001. And then I lived in Minnesota until March of last year. I moved to Steamboat Springs, Colorado in the mountains for 6 months. And then I moved back. So here we are.
How was Colorado?
Oh, I loved it. Every day I woke up, I was living in the mountains. And
That'd be nice. I've still never made it out there.
Yeah, you didn't, like, you wanted a car, but you didn't need one, though. You could walk to any bus stop, like every other block. There was a bus stop. You could get anywhere, ran till like 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Nice. What part of Minnesota did you grow up in?
South Minneapolis.
Okay.
So I'm like 10 minutes from Edina, 10 minutes from the airport, Mall of America area.
Gotcha.
Kind of in the
gotcha,
middle of
gotcha.
everywhere.
Do you like it?
I guess. Easy to get around.
I don't mind South Minneapolis.
City
I'm more of a
living's
Northeast guy, but
can get stressful sometimes.
Not
The
super
city
bad. I'm
life.
in a quiet area.
yeah.
That sun just hit. God damn.
Should we get the blind down? Or do you need some shades or something? Or text Allie.
We're good. There's clouds moving out there.
Yeah.
Where did you go to school then?
So I went to Armitage Elementary School, and then I transferred over to Burroughs. And then I went to Fair School Crystal for middle school, online homeschooling. And then I graduated from Performing Institute in Minnesota
Nice.
from Arts High School.
Did you like online school?
I could get it done in like 3 hours.
I could not.
But the day we had like a test, I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna take a little more time. But I'd wake up, I wouldn't sleep. I'd be up all night reading books growing up. So I'd be awake till 7 a.m., go downstairs, do my schoolwork till about 12, 1, be done for the day, eat some food, go to bed.
Did you have to do like projects at home?
Yep.
Was it Minnesota Virtual High School?
Yeah.
God, I did the same thing.
And Connections Academy was Connections, and then the Minnesota.
I kind of like that name, Connections Academy.
Some of the projects on there were ridiculous. You had to go buy all the parts.
Yeah. Or they would send in like kits for science projects.
They never sent me shit. I had to go buy it. They're like, you need to have styrofoam, tape, fucking blanking, some sticks or something. I had to build a fucking solar system.
Oh my God.
It made me like.
I did that in actual like school.
Yeah.
Not online. That was fun. And you had to make the DNA out of the Twizzlers.
I don't know if I ever had to do that.
Did you ever make DNA out of Twizzlers?
No, I remember making a solar
so
system though in elementary school, and then I had to do it again in high school for fucking like weird.
Yeah, at the end of it, if you like, made your DNA out of the Twizzlers and the candies, you got to eat it.
That'd be a good like Halloween project.
Yeah.
Which I don't know when this is dropping, but it's Halloween in like 2 days. So
hence the costume.
Yeah.
Hence the tutu Tony. Not a big deal.
And the bunny. And we got Minnesota Wild player.
One of the Hanson
Bros. When did you get into like the EDM scene?
My first show was 2018 at Skyway.
Shout out Skyway.
The Halloween show. That was really fun actually. Where I met a few of my like really good friends, but I started listening to EDM like Dead Mouse and Skrillex probably when I was like 12, 13.
Okay.
Really big.
That's pretty early on.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't get into that shit until probably
but like
16.
heavy bass or house music.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miguel Tabar for getting me into house music. Always a vibe.
Sorry, I missed your interview.
Don't worry, I'll show up to everyone.
Yeah,
well, you kind of have to.
Yeah, you kind of run this thing.
Yeah.
You been to any festivals then?
No, but I'm going to Decadence for New Year's Eve in Denver, Colorado.
That'll be fun.
2-day indoor festival. My friends are like, that's not a real festival.
Indoor?
You have to be outside, struggling for water and surviving on your last like
no
2
like
drops
legit
of water.
showers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, where's it at?
It's at the Denver Convention Center.
You guys like camp on the inside then, or
You were staying
just
in a
hotel?
hotel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a hotel, and
That's probably why they don't call it a real festival, because camping, I kind of agree, because that is like half the experience.
But
yeah,
like go to like Electric Forest or Lost Lands or something, you'll be like, all right, yeah, I get it.
But we went to Rolling Loud, and that was a 3-day festival, and that wasn't camping.
That's also like hip hop
Yeah,
and
I
rap
know,
though.
but I'm saying
Yeah.
And that was pretty nuts though. I don't think I've ever been in that big of a crowd of people before in Miami.
30K.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm excited to go to Decadence, and then people are trying to convince me to go to Lost Lands or
Lost
Electric
Lands is tight.
Forest. I want to go to the forest.
It's cool
really bad.
if you planned on early out. 'Cause then you
Yeah,
have like a whole year to plan for it, which
you need.
I know
It's
it does. I
expensive.
know 4 days doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. I've been to E-Forest twice, Lost Lands once, and I want to say Lost Lands is only a 3-day though, but everyone gets early bird nowadays,
Mhm.
and I'm like, that sounds fun, but that's too much.
You don't want to commit that early.
Well, because if I get there that early, then I'm like super excited, and then I'm gonna wear myself out before I even get to see like any like legit music. So
Yeah, so it is Halloween weekend right now. Give everybody context. What did we all do last night?
yeah, how was Wobbleween?
So
I
I
didn't
went
get
to
to go.
Wobbleween night 2. It was amazing. I got a page and a jersey, which I should have brought with. Pretty cool.
It's all right.
It was a fun night.
And do you know who opened? It's all right if you don't remember.
I can't remember.
I want to say Boogie opened. Friday.
we got there like 9:30ish.
Yeah, that's
right
a good time to get
before,
there.
I can't.
I was just at the Armory last weekend for Lil Uzi, and that was the first hip hop show I've been doing in like 5 years.
Yeah, how was it?
It was pretty fun actually. He played some of his new album for like the first hour, and then he played a bunch of old shit the last hour. But it got done at like 10:30. It was kind of weird.
10:30.
I'm used to being there till like 2
Yeah.
every time.
Was he the only performer?
There was a DJ that opened for like an hour.
Huh.
So
So
what
what
did
time
you,
did it start? Oh,
Like 8.
oh, damn.
Yeah, 20. What did you do last night?
I went to this bar in Isani called Captain's. Well, first I went to Sadie and Chris's and took a bus from their house to the bar, which was like 3 minutes from their house.
Chris's girl that does our merch.
Yeah.
Shout
And,
out you.
Yeah, shout out Bottle Cap Retro. If you need merch, hit them up. What was I saying? Oh, so we went there. I was dressed as Gomez Adams. Allie was Morticia. And we came in second place at the costume
Dude,
contest.
the hand that was on your shoulder was
Dude,
that was nice.
it was rigged though.
It was rigged.
No, like Sadie and Chris came in first, and Sadie's like, you guys would have won if I didn't know like everybody here.
Mm.
And then after, everybody was like, you guys should have won. You guys should have won.
Well-
And got $150 for it.
For dressing up?
Nice.
And this was last
This is
minute too.
bullshit.
Like I knew they were having a party, but they didn't tell me there was a bus and we were going to a bar until we were on our way
Like a
there.
party bus?
And the bus left at 9. We got there at 8:57. So we literally just got there, had one beer, went to the bar, won $150, and then from there went to DTA
Anoka.
and met
Halloween
up
capital of the
with
world.
Allie's parents.
That's chill.
And it was wild there. Like we go to 201 and they're like, sorry, we're not letting anybody in. Like, you know,
It's
the
like
bar, like the bathroom area,
yeah.
even that place was packed. Like outside of it,
Yeah.
everything was packed. So went there, got a little more drunk, I suppose. And then somebody ripped thing off of my shoulder.
The hand.
He just came up to me and he was an angry man. Like I was talking to Cole.
Cole Madsen.
Yeah.
Shout out Steez.
And this dude, I think it was his buddy, and like I was just laughing, like didn't know he was actually mad or anything. He just came up and he's like, that's fucking stupid, and rips it off and throws it. And I was like, damn, all right, buddy. Sorry I offended you.
That's why I don't like going there anymore, dude. Have you ever been to Anoka? Okay, well,
The
No.
Halloween capital
so
of
it's
the
the Halloween
world.
capital of the world.
Never been.
And
Probably
it's-
driven through it.
It's like this big strip. There's like 10 bars on the same street. And it can be fun, but for me, growing up in Andover, it's kind of like a high school reunion every time I go there.
Yeah.
And there's
Oh,
always
no.
fights.
How I feel about being around South Minneapolis. I just see
Yeah.
too many people. That's why I work a little out of the city.
And that's like fine and all, but I don't know. It's just not
If I
my-
was who I am right now, last night
You'd
I
have been
would have
good.
had to drop the gloves.
Did you guys make it to serums at all?
No,
Their wings are so good. Was anyone doing anything like actually on Halloween?
it's on Tuesday.
I
so
know.
probably
I was just
not.
curious.
I'm going to Skyway, Eptic at Skyway, Horn on
Eptic will be
Hennepin.
good. Wait.
Yeah.
Don't we know someone that's promoting that?
What?
Eptic?
I didn't hear.
I'm
What?
going to
Who?
Eptic on
Eptic?
Yeah.
Skyway.
What?
It's like basement or something throwing that.
Oh,
I don't know.
Obi?
No. Maybe. I feel like we know someone that's been promoting the fuck out of that. I could be wrong though. That should be fun
I
though.
don't know.
And you don't work the next day?
Nope.
There
Took
you
it
go.
off. Took Halloween and work off.
That's a good call.
Damn. That's a smart thing to do.
I think last year it was either the day before Halloween or the day after Halloween. I didn't show up to work till like noon. It was bad. So do you want to talk about some of your dancing?
Yeah, so I originally started dancing over at the Gay 90s back in right before COVID, so like 2019. I was
Gotcha.
a go-go dancer for a while.
Nice is a good time. I've like always had fun there.
It was It was, and then 1 a.m. rolls around and you get kind of the
Well,
creeps rolling in.
kind of
and
like
it's
where
like,
it's
"Ooh."
located is kind of like one of the sketchier spots, I'd say.
Yeah,
like right where
there's-
that metro station is.
Mhm.
I didn't realize how big it was in there because I've never been there until like last year.
Yeah, is
But
it
there's so many different rooms
Yeah.
and
two,
shit.
2 floors or 3 or what is it?
2 floors.
Yeah. Did you ever walk the stage?
Which one? Because there's a stage on the second
There's-
floor, and then there's the main stage on the.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've only
Yeah.
been up to the second floor for
Oh,
Drag shows.
yeah.
I just forgot. Didn't Miguel like DJ there?
Yeah,
Yes.
he did.
Okay.
So we actually met at the 90s when I was working and he was DJing.
Gotcha. See, I wasn't at his interview, but I listened to it. So like,
My man.
I remember that shit. Let's
Yeah,
go.
so that's actually how I met Miguel, and then later down the road we became roommates
Nice.
for a little bit. Yeah, so I started at the 90s for a while, and everyone was like, Kobe, so you should go, do more because you're already doing the most in a good way. But you should go somewhere where you're gonna make a lot more than
Right.
working here.
And then-
Actually,
Sorry. Did you know someone that worked at the 90s before you got in there?
kind of, but it's complicated.
Okay, we don't need to talk about
Yeah, no.
it.
I was like, I knew someone that worked. Like, I met them and then found out they were working there. Like, oh well, I want to work here and get a job, and then
Right.
pretty much just got a
Did
job.
you grow up dancing then?
I was in ballet
Okay.
from when I was about 3 years old to 18.
Gotcha.
I got nerve damage to my knee, so basically, long story short, pain signals are off,
Mhm.
swells up and shit over time.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was in ballet, and then I started working at the while.
Gotcha. And
But I was still
then
working a daytime job.
I would assume, were you still there like once COVID hit? Or I'm sure they just shut down
No,
completely.
Yeah, they pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm dropping the tea right now. So
That's okay.
long story short, someone that I knew got a job at the 90s. I'm like, cool, I remember you from a couple of years ago, and they decided to show up off their shit, like tripping, rolling, whatever. And
Off something.
Yeah, and drinking in front of customers. He was underage, and basically anyone under 21 couldn't work there. So anyone I got laid off, but it was right
Mm.
before COVID, anyways.
So someone kind of fucked it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. It was.
Gotcha. And then
yeah.
did you go on to work somewhere else then? Or?
Just worked at Devani's Pizzas and Hot Hoagies over in
I love their
Edina
pizza.
and Eden Prairie. Was in high school, and then I was a super senior and I graduated during COVID.
Word.
And I lived in St. Cloud during COVID. Worked at Subway
My brother goes to school there.
in St. Cloud.
Yeah, I think he's joining a fraternity too, so he's probably about to get disowned.
Yeah, I lived right by the hospital in St. Cloud.
Okay.
Right by the river. It was a pretty decent spot. $725 each
Oh, that's not bad at all.
with utilities, and had to pay for laundry, but I lived there for a while. Then I moved back to the cities for quite some time. For a long time, actually. Picked up at, working at the 90s again for a while.
Okay.
And then I decided to audition at Rhino Gentlemen's Club, Spearmint Club in downtown right next to Skyway. Never been in that kind of environment before.
It's a smaller spot, but I think it's one of the nicest spots in
If I had
Minneapolis.
to, okay, so when kind of a backstory to this before I get into the deets,
Yeah.
I was in a group therapy session when I was about 15. We wrote our name on a piece of paper and we passed it to someone to our left, and they wrote what they thought we would be when we grew up. And the girl next to me, a couple people down the circle, drew a picture of me on a stripper pole with the money.
Was it actually just curious, was it actually like a good drawing?
It was a stick figure drawing.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It was.
That'd have been crazy if it was like a super detailed
No.
picture. You're like,
No, and I'm like, my innocent self is like, wait, what's that? And she goes, I think you're gonna be a stripper when you grow up. I go, stop.
but like, don't get mad at me. That's just like how I'm feeling.
I was probably 14 at the time. I was young.
Yeah,
13,
I probably would have been a little
14.
bit mad about that too, but I mean,
And she didn't get in trouble for it. We were like in a day program group therapy session.
Was it through school or was it like
no? It was
just
through
therapy?
it was through Prairie Care.
I would say if it was through school, you
Yeah,
probably
but
got
it
in
was
trouble.
through like
But
Prairie Care, whatever. But so I thought that was kind of funny because now here I am and trying to say the polite way of being like, oh, a exotic dancer.
yeah, I mean,
That's what we're
I can
called.
kinda relate too, but-
Entertainers, kind of.
yeah, I never thought I was gonna be working a desk job or never did I ever think I'd be
Yeah.
hosting a podcast. So
Hey, here we are.
life is weird like that.
Okay, have either of you been into a strip club before?
I've been to a lot.
I have not.
Really?
Not once.
You gotta bring them, I guess.
Yeah, if I get Molly's approval, I'll bring you some time.
I don't
yeah.
have approval.
I think
What's like the worst experience you've had? Worst or best?
well, there was one time I went into the Seville after a First Avenue show.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I was with someone that used to work there, and we went in there just to say like hi. I don't even think I like went fully in, but I had like a pashmina on, and this security guard was kind of chirping me for wearing a scarf, pretty much. And this dude literally looked like Ric Flair, so I just started making like Ric Flair jokes because I'm like, I was hammered. I'm like, I'm not taking shit from some fucking
Yeah.
bouncer like at Seville, like fuck off. And then basically after a while, I was like, yeah, you gotta go. And like my friend was still in there, and I'm like, okay, well, tell her I'm outside. And then I sat outside just talking to like other bouncers. But
Mm-hmm.
I've never really had any bad experiences at circles besides that. And I wasn't even really going in at that point. But I've had some couple crazy nights at the VU just because it's 18 plus.
Yeah.
That was the first strip club I think I ever went to. Actually, no, Choice that used to be by the VU. It's not
Never
there
heard
anymore.
of it.
It used to be like kitty corner of the VU.
Mhm.
It was a smaller club, but the Seville is nice, except for that one time I went there, and the Rhino's nice. DTC is really big. Other than that, that's my
You have to break his strip club virginity.
No.
not even once.
I don't know.
What about your like
What if
bachelor party?
Yeah, what if like everyone pitched in to like for your money?
If I got to go for free, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All night? Free?
I don't know about all night.
Shit.
Strip club, I think, is like one of those places, or gentleman's club
Yeah.
is like you go in for an hour, maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the whole night we're there. As long as I ain't gotta. If you're paying for me, let's go.
I'll pay a little bit for you. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's a cover
Oh.
charge.
Well, you pay a certain amount to get
drinks.
in, and then it's cheaper the rest of the night. I think it's like $14 to get a soda at least at the VU.
And can't you like actually reserve tables there too at some clubs?
I think so.
This thing is
I would be
killing me.
considered like a baby dancer
Well, like I think the
because
Rhino you
I'm
can
kind of new to the
reserve
scene.
clubs or reserve tables. I think both at the Seville and the Rhino.
I had someone tell me they thought that the Rhino looked like a GTA strip club.
Yeah, kind of. Well, it's funny because I used to work at Marusso's, the restaurant that's connected to it, but Marusso's isn't even open anymore. But so like all the dancers would come in for like lunch and
Mhm.
shit like that.
Yeah, no, it is a totally different world. I didn't think I'd get into it. I did. And I'm not going to feel any shame if I decide to step out.
No,
Because I haven't been in it for that long. You know, 90s go-go dancing, that's completely
Some
different.
of our really good friends growing up got into it pretty early on too. Before they were
I'm
even
23,
21.
so,
Yeah,
it's like, okay, I've kind of did what I needed to do growing up.
Yeah.
Not growing up, but I got it out of my system when I was of age. Here I am at 23.
I mean,
Like,
at the end of the day, you're dancing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I've always considered going back to ballet.
You
Taking
can go
a
back
good-
and forth.
Oh, no.
no.
No. And especially like during the winter, you'd be surprised it's considered slow season.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people are like, oh, keep a part-time or full-time job. So I'm going to just like take a step back, take a break, work at Panera. Shout out to Panera Minnetonka.
Their sandwiches are fire. And their soups.
It's really good. It's good, but it's like I'd rather have a consistent income.
Yeah. Are you still dancing or?
No, I'm taking a break. I
Okay.
mean, some nights you can make $14, other nights you can make like $2,000. It really depends on how you're doing and You can not work the customer, but you know what I mean. Like
I feel like random weeknights when the Twins are playing are normally pretty good.
Yep.
Because a lot of people like leaving the stadium and whatnot.
I feel like Halloween might be busy, but I don't know.
Halloween might be busy.
You got any crazy stories from dancing?
Oh.
Spill the tea.
Spill the tea. It's a slippery slope right there.
You don't have to spill any tea if you don't want to.
Well, I'm not gonna name names, like,
It is part of
Yeah,
our
that's
job to get the
good.
tea though.
Yeah. So I guess I'm not gonna name the racing club that I work at just for privacy reasons,
Yes.
but I heard through the grapevine there was a girl. Dude, I'm sorry. It sounds super bad and it's
You're
really
good.
bad.
Let's hear it.
This girl was basically this guy had $200 in ones in two stacks. $100, 2 stacks, $200 in ones. He was laying them on the floor and she had to crawl on her hands and knees around the club picking up the ones. That sounds so bad.
That's like some fetish stuff right there.
Crawling.
Let me see you get on all
Well, then
fours
he
and
wanted
crawl
some
around
other
this.
of the girls to do it, and they're like, nah, like it's kind of degrading. Like it's sad, and it's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
no,
I've never
I'm good.
or like how like people like
Or this dude was trying to basically was touching himself and I was giving him a dance and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I learned pretty early on going to the clubs like hands off. Like just
Well, it's no touch.
I used to go like this. I used to just sit with like my hands underneath my ass. Like when you
Respect.
lap dance because
Okay, but the real question is, do you tip after your dance?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Pay for it, maybe get another one.
And then
And then
tip.
either if I don't tip you, I'll at least offer to buy you a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some clubs have alcohol and some don't.
Yeah, I only go to ones that have alcohol now.
I better have chicken tendies if I go.
Chicken tendies. I had chicken strips today for lunch.
Have you ever been to Rick's?
No.
Neither have I, but I heard they have really good food actually there.
I know someone who works there
Same.
So do I.
as a
Small world.
bouncer.
Oh, she's a dancer.
Yeah, no, I actually, the girl I know is not a dancer. I think she's just like a bottle service girl or something like that.
That'd
Could
be
be a dancer.
fun, being a bodice, blah, blah, bottle service girl.
A bodice.
hmm
Yeah. Probably make good money.
Well, and it's right by the U.S. Bank Stadium too.
Yeah, it's.
But
yeah,
no, I've never been in there. The one time I tried to go there, my
Mhm.
buddy like forgot his ID or some dumb shit.
Yeah, no, like I said, the life's crazy. It's one of those, like, you have to be ready. It is,
hmm
claws are out and you have to hold
Downtown
your
life's
own.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely drama. Word
Well-
gets around fast. Like, you tell somebody something that everyone knows within 5 minutes. And you're
Yeah.
getting questioned on it. You're like, bro, leave it alone. Like, I told one person, it got around. And then there's everyone's like, my advice is like, make friends, but choose who you make friends with. Because you have to really get to know someone there before you're like, yeah, I can
Yeah.
tell you, what's going on in my life without you
I
sharing
can
it.
kind of relate too because when I started working downtown, I was 20. Wasn't even
Mhm.
21 at the time. It was just a bar back, like at a music venue, which is kind of, I guess you'd say, somewhat similar to a gentleman's club. Like it's a
Mhm.
entertainment kind of spot. But yeah, like some of these people that I still go to like Skyway and they still work there. I'm like, how? Like I lasted like 1 year downtown. And it was
Yeah.
when the Super Bowl was downtown. And I think I stopped working as a bar back like maybe 2 or 3 months after the Super Bowl. I was like, all right, worked like every holiday,
Mhm.
every event. Have you ever been downtown for Pride?
I've been to probably one Pride festival.
Pride
It's
downtown's pretty crazy.
crazy.
It's the craziest event. No, actually, Super Bowl was the craziest.
Because it's
but
going down Hennepin. I
Yeah,
got Subway with
that's-
my dad. It was the time of
We
my life.
had,
I mean, it was crowded, but there is this girl, or they, them, don't know the pronouns,
Yeah.
and they didn't have a top on, and they had a rainbow, and they had clouds on her tits and a
Mhm.
rainbow, and I'm like, oh dear Lord.
yeah, we had like outdoor bars, I think, that day.
Mhm.
And we actually opened early because the parade's like noon. But when I worked downtown, I wouldn't have to go downtown until like 4 or 5 p.m. because nothing was open really, or at least like in our building. Because the same owners own Skyway, Maruso's, Barfly, Loft. You took off the wig?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Does it just feel better?
Hurting my head.
Okay.
Well, now the helmet fits.
The thing was small. I thought it was the helmet, but it was a wig. Yep.
Yeah, no, downtown it looks pretty on the outside, but once you get in it, it's kind of a shit show.
Yeah. I think for me, I was just like super young and meeting new people every night and like being a part of something was kind of cool, but you don't take into account like all the other shit that comes along with it. But are you still shooting shows then or no?
Not really at the moment. I'm trying to get back into it and talk to people and be like, hey, if you're interested. I've also thought about maybe getting into modeling, but I'm short, 4'11" over here.
Do you have to be tall to be a model?
There's a height requirement, but it depends on an agency. Depends on the agency.
Or the company you're shooting for.
Or if you have connections. Like I'm talking to someone and I'm like, hey, this is, my height, my weight, my body type. Let me know what you can do.
It's kind of like riding a roller coaster.
Yeah. Dude, I'm tall enough. Surprisingly, I'm tall enough. I used to never be tall enough to go on my favorite rides. And I'm like, come on. Like, I just want to go on the fun rides. I don't want to go on the kids' rides. And yeah.
When's the last time anyone's been to Valley Fair?
I went a couple of months ago.
Really? I want to say last time I went was for like one of the Halloween events, but it was probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Valley Scare?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, when I was working at my club that I work at now, I had a $1,000 night. Oh, it was amazing. It was so nice. And one of those, like, I don't want to sound selfish, but it felt really good. It's like, so I got my mom and I wild tickets. Nice. We were right by the glass, like right on the ice, next to the penalty box.
Tickets are expensive too.
Well, it was preseason. It was Colorado Avalanche versus the Wild.
Yeah, I'm going Saturday.
Nice.
Dang.
I only paid $87 for two people, like 2 tickets, so like a little under 200.
Yeah, I paid like 200 for some nosebleeders, but whatever.
My mom's like, I didn't know we were this close to the ice. Yeah.
Oh,
fight broke out. Some dude slammed into the glass. Like rookies.
I don't know if you've spent a lot of time in St. Paul, but do you prefer St. Paul or Minneapolis?
Growing up, I took ballet classes in St. Paul. 5 days a week, 3 to 4 hours a day. It's quite a bit of time in the evening.
Yeah, no.
I love St. Paul. I wish I could adventure it more and get to know it.
I think as I've gotten older, I've learned to like St. Paul more than Minneapolis.
I was just say if I had to choose, that's a hard one. Probably St. Paul.
I think so too.
Out of the rush.
Yeah.
What about you, Minneapolis or St. Paul?
They're the same to me.
I feel like they're way different.
Yeah.
Not like way different, but
everything that way is just one thing.
Downtown is St. Paul and Minneapolis for you.
There's no uptown. There's no north side.
It's just downtown.
I'm like downtown. I'm in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Everybody's like, what part?
Minneapolis.
I'm there.
And then, well, you used to live in Como.
Yeah.
Which is considered
St. Paul, right?
Yeah, but it's
Couldn't
almost.
tell you.
I think it's considered St. Paul, but I'm pretty
Minneapolis.
sure it's damn near border of Minneapolis.
It was Minneapolis when I had to order shit. So, yeah, it was
People will say like, "Oh, it's St. Paul," and then I type in the address, and it goes to Minneapolis. I'm like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, see, it's all Minneapolis. I'm telling you.
Or
even you type in addresses like around here, and it says
in
Minneapolis.
If you type in my mom's address, it pops up as Minneapolis, but it's in Coon Rapids.
Yeah, see, it's all Minneapolis.
So I mean, it's. I guess you could say Minneapolis, but then it's like suburbs of Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm. Were you ever in the hospitality industry? Like, were you ever like a bartender or a server?
No, but I worked at, like I said, Devani's and Buffalo Wild Wings and Panera now.
Like in the kitchen, or were you like?
I was cashier and like hoagie at Devani's, and then at Panera, I'm like register dining.
for sure.
which is fine. It is what it's a job. And then in Colorado, I was a ballet teacher,
Oh,
which is really cool.
why don't you back into that? That'd be good.
Well, you have to go to school in Minnesota to do that, but in
Oh, of
Colorado,
course.
they're like, hey, if you have the qualifications, then we'll hire you and see how you do. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'll take it. That's why I initially moved out,
Yeah.
was to be a ballet teacher. And then I have some front desk, like receptionist work under my belt too. Then I worked for a ski resort for a while, the Steamboat Ski Resort at North Face, Marmot, and Steamboat Apparel and Gifts,
Nice.
right in the center of downtown for a while. Then I became a dental assistant. Because also,
Really?
you don't have to go to school. You
Dang.
can train on the job in Colorado and earn, your certificate. And
I think that
get
would
your
be
license.
a Colorado vibe for sure.
It was a
A
vibe
dental
waking
assistant?
up.
No, like not having to like go to school for.
I mean,
all
it's
shit.
nice. Like if I wanted to be a hygienist, that's different. But an assistant, it's a little bit different. And then I did that when I moved back for a while. It's so difficult because I'm not licensed.
Yeah.
But I have my CPR, so if anyone needs CPR, I got you. One of the requirements is to be CPR certified, so I had to get that done. I think it expires in like 2 years.
I had the option to do that, but I didn't do it.
You don't know how to save a life? You need to save a life.
Well, like when you worked at Elm Creek.
Yeah, I'll be like, yo, I need an ambulance.
Can you perform CPR? No, I cannot.
I mean, I've seen it done on TV.
I'm not strong enough. Because in CPR, you have to like,
break their chest.
No, you have to
get them
get-
breathe again.
well, no, you have to see the red light go off.
Oh.
If you don't press hard enough, you're not going to get the red light. And he was like, just use your knee so I can
What?
pass you.
Just
No, he used my knee so he could, because he's like, I need you to
Yeah.
get the light or else I can't pass you. I'm like, fine, just whatever.
So you could tell people how to do it then.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I passed my test, so yeah, no, I've thought about either going back to like dental assisting, being a ballet teacher, or like being a traveling dancer at different clubs.
hit the road.
That, I mean, if I can get consistent income and save up enough, I mean, maybe I'll just do it around Colorado,
Yeah.
like Denver area. There's a lot in Denver, so maybe I'll move back to Colorado.
Yeah. My really good friend that was in the dancing scene for a while.
Yeah.
So that's like a huge thing that girls do is just travel from state to state.
Once you get
out
more
for a bit.
comfortable with
Yeah.
it, but like I said, I'm not ashamed to. I might take a step back
Well,
for
also
a while.
even too, like I'm pretty sure the Rhino and even the Vu, I think is they're like all like around the country. I'm pretty sure, not just like
they're
one
a
state.
chain.
Yeah.
That's something to consider. I was like, oh, I think this would be fun. I wouldn't mind, maybe doing that, but like I said, I might take a step back for a while just to reorganize my life. And
Yeah. I don't know what I want to do either, and I gotta.
yeah,
Baby boy
my
on the
friends
way.
are like, "Aw, well, congrats."
Thank you.
Yeah, you excited?
Excited, nervous, scared, happy, all in one.
It's a lot to feel at once.
Yeah. At all times.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good though.
Do you have like outfits picked out?
Yeah, we already got a bunch of baby clothes and stuff like that. The name part though has been tough.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we haven't been able to agree on like anything.
hoodie.
That would be cool actually.
That's a good name.
Is it? Wait, is Hoodie Allen? I feel like that's not his real name.
No,
Hoodie
I don't
Allen?
think so.
No, his real name's probably just Alan.
I don't know. I think he's like an East Coast kid, so it's probably something really white. But I don't
Yeah,
know. Pretty sure he went to Penn State or something.
Oh God.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
I liked him for a little bit, and then I kind of hopped on like the Mike Stud train for a bit. And they
Mike
kinda-
Stud's good.
Yeah, they had like beef for a while, so then I just kind of fully hopped on. But the problem was my nickname growing up has always been Hoodie. So like,
Just name your kid Hoodie.
yeah, I'll run that by the GF when I see her.
She's gonna think that's ridiculous.
Probably.
Hoodie. Yep.
I like it.
I like it too, but it's also like the fact that it used to be like a drunk, like alter ego is kind of,
You call it Lil Hoodie.
Little Hoodie. I mean, are there like any grandparents or uncles or any extended family you can name off of or hop off of like a middle name?
I mean, possibly. There's
one
a
way to go.
lot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not in your
I don't know-
shoes.
I don't know
I'm
either.
not in your shoes. I don't know what to do.
I'm in my own shoes and I don't even know. We'll
You
figure it
got
out
the
though.
white Vans.
Daniel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
back at it.
Again with the white Vans.
Isn't
Yeah.
that the damn
Copyright.
Daniel? I got my Pumas. What you got on? Your Tims?
Some Tims,
Damn, we're all popping
big
out
boy
right now.
shoes.
Sporting the Spirit merch right here and rag sock shorts. Don't know where I got this top.
Rag stock. I haven't been in there in a while. There was one in Northtown.
I used to get a lot.
I used to
of
work
shit
at a
from
rag
there.
sock.
So there's one in
You
Northtown.
used to do
right up the
everything.
road.
I did used to do everything. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
crazy.
And a little bit of everything. I also know how to play guitar, electric bass, piano,
Nice.
drums.
So when are you gonna start DJing?
Oh, so I
That would be tight.
actually in Austin, Minnesota on Miguel Tabar's set, I was like, just for shits and giggle, I was like, when can I go up and mix? Like Miguel did most of it, but I pressed a few buttons and I, adjusted a few things.
The little
and-
ears.
yeah. What was my DJ name? DJ Kit Kat.
See,
DJ
that's
Kit
that's a
Kat.
great Halloween name
That's
too.
solid.
Like,
DJ Kit Kat,
You
yeah.
just dress up as a Kit Kat for Halloween.
Like an actual Kit Kat.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I'm not gonna dress up as a Kit Kat. I'll dress up as
DJ
like a
Kit Kat. Error. Come on.
It was fun though. You know what? I enjoyed it. Like I said, Miguel did most of it.
yeah.
But I
Austin, Minnesota. I should know where that is.
Yeah,
there's a
Austin,
spam
but-
museum.
Okay. Is that south?
The Spam Museum?
It's towards like Iowa.
Did I hear
It's
that
south,
right?
Yeah.
Spam. Yes,
Like-
spam.
Like packaged spam?
Yes, it's a spam museum. They have merch and everything.
Didn't know Spam was that popping.
I didn't
It's
either.
really not, I don't think.
That-
It was
That's
right by the
crazy.
bar, and we were waiting for people to come in. So my friend and I went down to a bar next door, and we did what did we do? It's like a cherry bomb shot.
Okay.
We did cherry
That sounds
bomb,
interesting.
and then we took photos. I took photos of her in front of the spam museum. It was very aesthetic.
That's wild.
I feel like it used to be really popular.
Yeah, let me get a Spam sandwich.
My ex eats spam. No
Oh.
joke.
I mean,
No
I
joke.
have.
Keyword X.
My ex, yes.
Like, I know it was very popular for like camping or hunting or
hmm
the wars.
Mhm.
Canned Spam. The last 12 years. Never gets old.
Oh God.
You
No
eat it raw.
thanks.
You can.
I
cook
had
it up.
Starbucks before this. Please don't ruin my stomach. Talking about spam in a packaged can for over 12 years. Nasty.
I have to do a
You know what?
Spam review here soon.
You know what? That reminds me. There are some customers that come in that remind me of spam that have been sitting on the shelf for like 12 years.
Yeah.
They're
'cause
the type
old.
of guys that are like trying to come and be like, can you fuck me? I'm like, no. He's like, they're like, then what's the point of coming
I
here?
was
I'm like,
gonna-
your imagination, dude.
I was gonna bring this up too because I feel like a
Some-
lot of guys have that mentality of like, oh, we're going to the strip club, we're all getting laid. It's like, dude, no, it's not like that at all.
You might get touched.
I look at it more like it's just
through
a
your
vibe,
pants.
like being there
Mhm.
and like the atmosphere. Like it almost feels like I'm at like a concert, kind of.
yeah.
Because that's like the atmosphere that
the
I get.
lights and
I'm not there to like try and go like wheel women.
my stage set is always EDM music.
Yeah.
Bass head over here. Let's go. But yeah, no, there's some guys that remind me of spam that have been sitting on a shelf for 12 years.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Oh.
you, man.
The same feeling I get from you talking about it, I get from some people that have come in and yeah.
I just feel like even some people that I'm cool with that like will be
Mhm.
going and like that's their mentality. I'm like, that's not like how it is, dude. This
Mm-mm.
isn't like a brothel. We're not like in Europe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or in outside of Las Vegas or something. Nevada.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Ew, spam.
You brought it up. I just kept it going.
About the spam museum and you want to talk about nasty ass spam. Okay.
It's a Spam museum, man.
Oh,
You gotta talk about
can we
it.
talk about how I like mixed up? Okay, we were texting earlier, and you were
Mhm.
like,
Oh, the Halloween thing?
yes, you were like, we have a Halloween pod. I'm I'm like, okay, cool. So we have a podcast today, and then we have a podcast on Tuesday. And I was like, I can make it tonight for sure, but I might be late Tuesday. And you're like, who do we have for Tuesday? I'm like, you said we're shooting a Halloween pod, dude.
You're talking about today, Mr. Last minute costume.
Yeah, look good. Look like Tony.
You got lucky. You got lucky with that one.
I mean, I had some little pea like sweatshirt on. That's pretty Halloween to me, at least.
Yeah.
You should put the fairy wings on.
Oh hell no, I would have broke them probably. But how is it like being a
exotic dancer
Mm-hmm.
or entertainer? It's tricky. You have to learn how to navigate it. You have to learn how to work the system, work the club. Like I said, keep everyone at an arm's length distance.
Yeah. Like, have you ever had to like slap somebody or what?
No.
Surprise, or you just have the bouncers do that, or?
So I mean, I had this one customer that tried pulling his dick out of his pants while I was giving him a dance, and
like
I always hover. No, it was noticeable. Like he was adjusting a lot, and I'm like, okay, I get y'all need to adjust sometimes. But that's a lot of adjusting. And like
you're just playing with it at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So I usually just hover because I don't like making contact. I know other girls will just be like grinding, and I'm like, I know I'm good, especially in basketball shorts. Never wear basketball shorts to a club.
Yeah, that's some. I think a lot of clubs don't even let you in if you're wearing sweatpants or basketball
Some
shorts.
places do. It depends. But yeah, no. I mean, the one guy, and he overpaid me, and I was fine by that. I was like, thanks. Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, you have to learn how to work it. You need to be willing to help others out. Like if someone doesn't want a dance from you, they'll be like, oh, well, I'm interested in so-and-so, so I'll go over there, and vice versa. Like we help each other. It's a community, but you're there for yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, is it kind of competitive?
It depends on who you are. And it depends on your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going in being like, I'm going to work, I'm going to make money. If I don't make money, that's okay, because that's just part of the life. You have to have a certain mentality about it, or else it's going to ruin you.
Yeah. Because I knew
ruin you.
Some people that were just, I mean, yeah, obviously making money is nice, but they were just there because like it's the atmosphere, and they didn't really like want like a real job.
The locker room is a whole different breed. It's like a middle school locker room.
Yeah.
Like I said, shit gets around, the tea is spilled, and then everyone knows your business, and you're like, bro, okay, cool, but yeah, no. I don't like the drama, and I just keep my head low. Like, I'm friendly, but I'm not going out of my way to be like, you're my best friend.
Yeah. Do you remember when I got kicked out of that Mac Miller concert at First Avenue?
Yeah.
Okay, so our friend that used to work at the Seville, which is like right by First Ave, because it was kind of like I was kind of being an idiot, and I tried to get back in a bunch of times, but she told me like a week later, she's like, yeah, there were people talking about it like at the club, like,
oh,
the
dude,
weekend
it gets
after.
around
And I'm
like
like,
that. Yep.
I was like, I guess it wasn't that far away from there, but I wasn't ever like at the Seville. So why are people talking about it like at the Seville?
Is that when you tried to take a bottle from
I did,
behind the
yeah.
bar?
I tried to do that. Fuck you, First Ave, for not letting me do that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Mac Miller didn't even come on yet.
It can get catty. It can get catty and weird, but it really depends on how you are towards other people.
For sure.
You got to protect your own, though. You're the only one looking out for you. Like, we'll look out for you, but only to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm not afraid to step out of the scene for a while, especially just to kind of get my bearings again and have a consistent income.
Yeah.
I mean, some nights you're going home with nothing.
Right.
Other nights you're going home with a lot of money.
You gotta like pay out.
Yeah, you gotta tip. You gotta
Well,
tip
also
security
working downtown,
guards.
you got to pay to park. At least I did when I worked
Well,
downtown.
at some places they have a parking lot, and if not, we have like valet.
For sure.
People will like park your car somewhere else, get it for you, and come back. You have to tip out valet. You have to tip out security guards, the DJ, bartenders, anyone that was on the floor helping you out.
So you basically like, if you don't make money, you gotta pay out of your pocket.
It's almost
I don't really know how they go about that. Like if you didn't make what you thought you would, or if it's like, I don't know, $14 for example, I highly doubt they're gonna expect you to tip out.
It sounds like really familiar to like a bartending gig almost. Like, because you gotta tip out a bar back. Sometimes they tip out the cook. Who's ever working the front door to do like wristbands and shit. So
Yeah, I know at some other clubs, like you can tip the DJ to skip rotation.
or
like,
play
to
like what you want to
be-
play.
Well, yeah, to be closer in rotation to your name being called. Stage is weird.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. So you go on the stage too, and then
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
done
really know.
stage sets. I've gone completely nude on stage.
How's that?
It was scary. It was scary for the first time, and sorry, mom and dad. Exposing myself right here. Yeah,
When
I've
you
been
get there, you walk in.
I go upstairs, I get ready, I change into my outfit for the night. I usually bring a couple outfits.
And then you got like a set schedule of like when you go on stage, or
It's
do
a
you, like,
rotation. You check in for stage and they'll add you to the rotation. There's usually 20 to 40 girls, depending.
at one night. God
Well, there's
damn.
usually 30 to 40, 20 to 30 of them check in for stage. And then you're in a rotation. But if you're not on stage, you're working the floor, you're working VIP.
Have you ever done the VIP work?
Yeah, I got a half an hour. I've gotten a few half an hours, and then they wanted to turn it into an hour. So I was like, okay, another 300 right there. Let's go. It was interesting.
So, God, this is crazy to me. Since I've never been, I don't really know anything about
Well, I
it.
mean, some
except-
places, there's a cover fee. Some places have alcohol, some don't.
And some have chicken tenders.
Some have hot dogs. Some
come
might have
on.
chicken tenders.
Think about it.
Imagine
Chicken strips, man.
Yes.
Like,
I feel like some places have like a full bar with a menu on it, or I know a lot of people like DoorDash and Uber eat their food.
really?
Yeah.
Crazy. So, Uber dude just walks right in.
Yeah, you give, depending if you're working, you just kind of give them your stage name and be like, I'm ordering this for so-and-so, which is you, but it's your stage name, and then you eat it, and a lot of girls just eat upstairs. And
I had an idea a while ago, like a couple years back. I was like, maybe I should open up a strip club called Chicken Strips.
And serve chicken strips.
Chick and strips. See how
Hey,
that'd be
did you
sick.
hear that? That's a good idea.
So now, so you got
Yeah.
chicken strips all night long, and you got the strip club.
Would you sell alcohol?
Yes.
Hell yeah! It'd be
A
two
lot.
floors, so like
Two
upstairs.
Would that be like VIP?
Upstairs is where
Yeah, for me and Tony.
Upstairs is the club area, and then
Mhm.
down low is the chicken area. So it's open.
You would have live chickens?
No. Like that's where we serve the chicken, and then like if you're
Oh, I
upstairs,
thought you meant like having like
you just have
a
it
pen of
delivered
chickens
to
and you
you.
slaughter them.
We got a
type
farm
shit.
out back.
No, you can watch you will have a live chicken slaughtering show.
Oh my god.
we
Watch
got,
us make chicken strips live.
we got Mima in the kitchen
I
chopping
forgot we talked
fucking
about
heads
this
off.
idea actually one time.
Yeah, it's
That's what
pretty
I
good.
thought when he said, downstairs is the chicken. I thought you like had a live show for slaughtering chickens and making
We
chicken
could,
strips.
That's an idea.
That's really
This is just
sad.
brainstorming.
That's really depressing.
How do you think they get chicken though?
Stop.
Oh, how many?
We could do beyond chicken.
I'm not sure how many clubs you worked in, but how many of them served food?
One of them.
And it was just hot dogs.
One serves hot dogs, and
Everyone's gonna know what
the
club this
other
is
one. Hey,
Sorry.
who knows? Who knows?
This is a weird food choice for a strip club. Hot dogs.
now. They're fast and,
And then
easy.
some other places have like regular bar food, and then some places have like a full ass restaurant attached to it, and you're like, bro,
Yeah,
sweet.
I feel like Rick's has like
I've never been.
What?
damn near a restaurant.
What's like the number one strip club in Minneapolis?
Seville,
The Seville.
Some people would say downtown cabaret,
DTC.
DTC.
I've only been in there once. It is really big in there. But other than that, I don't know. The one time I went there,
I've never been.
I don't know. It's good, but I wasn't really there till I was only in there for like 30 minutes after a Twins game, and I was with a buddy, and my girlfriend at the time kind of sucked, so I kind of felt weird being there. So like I wasn't really like going for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't really like get the full experience.
Apparently, Flo Rida pulled up into one of the clubs downtown
Not that
a
long
month
ago.
or two ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard about it. I'm like, no way. And they're like, yeah, no one knew about it and no one knew who he was. And they're like, I swear to God, it was him. I'm like, hey,
I
shit.
heard Designer got stuck here for a while.
Really?
Yeah, like on his flight home from Canada, like he did some dumb shit on the flight and then got dropped off here. And
Yeah.
then like had to have like some kind of court.
Yikes.
Because one of my buddies said that one of our buddies was hanging out with him at the bar like a month ago, and I was like,
Designer, the
like the stupid panda shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
panda.
That should be our outro is the panda song, please. Just
Copyright.
for me.
we could throw it in there. It's
Maybe.
I've gotten some copyright infringements, but they're not like they're not like strikes. They're just like copyrighted, can't make money on it. If I was making money on it, then it would be a strike.
Does it tell you what specific like parts of it?
Yeah, it'll show me.
And it's mostly me or what?
What's wrong with you?
I just sing a lot of like lyrics on here.
I think there was one where we actually like played a song and then it like will basically like tell me the song name and like why it was copyrighted or something. But
don't get us copyrighted, okay?
I don't think I've sang at all since we've been on here, so I think we're good.
Do you what do you edit with for photography?
Adobe.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm like really trying to get into it, I use Adobe, but if not, I usually just use what's on like my phone or computer. Mess around because on my MacBook Air, I can mess around with it more. It gives me a lot of more functions than just on my phone. So I pretty much just have like a smaller version of Adobe in my photos.
Do you
just
use
lighting and
Lightroom?
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I'm not the best at it. So what I was thinking about is like, if eventually I can build up a name for myself and get somewhat of an income, possibly hiring someone to edit for me because I'm not in my ball game.
Yeah, I mean, Tony learned everything kind of like by himself.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I know the basics, but it's like if I really want to get, because I've seen editing videos and you have to zoom in and, patch up all the blots. And,
I've watched him edit. It drives me nuts. And I'm not even doing anything.
Are you guys going to make my face look better?
What do you mean?
Like are you going to edit the video to make sure that my face doesn't...
I think we'll be fine.
What's wrong? If anything,
we'll be right.
My face needs to be edited.
If anything, my getup needs to look better.
No.
Look like
Oh,
Tony.
wow. I'm dropping the gloves, son.
Yikes.
The gloves aren't even on already.
Because I'm ready.
No, you're like the dude of the Wild game. They got into a fight and he pulls one glove off and they're fighting each other. Then he like shakes the other one off his hand and just pow, 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 pow. It was a great time. He was right by us, right by the glass.
That'd be perfect. Did you play like any sports growing up?
Soccer. I don't know if this is gonna be funny or a sad story, whatever you want to call it, but when I was growing up, I was kind of clumsy. Well, really clumsy. Kind of a wild child growing up, but my parents pulled me out of swim lessons when I was a kid. I don't know why. I think it's because I kept wanting to jump off. They had that water pad that you hang on to and you're kicking your feet. I kept jumping off of it when you weren't supposed to. So I think they wanted to pull me out, and then so I've been kind of...
It took like 6 years of that, I think.
Of what?
6 years of swim lessons?
Like you can keep going.
Jeez, man, I had a pool.
I'm a great swimmer now. So
and my dad was
You're
like...
a strong swimmer then, okay.
I am, yeah.
My
and
dad
my
just tossed me in. I was like, dang, I can swim.
No life jacket.
No lifey.
I know my parents freak out to this day when they see me like swimming. They're like, you don't have a life jacket. I'm like, I'm 20, I'm like 22, whatever, how old, 23. I don't need you guys to parent me like this. It's like, I'm strong enough. I can swim. It's your fault for not keeping me in swim lessons.
Yeah.
Like I had to learn on my own.
Just break one or?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did soccer, swimming, gymnastics before ballet.
Okay.
Well, I did ballet, and then I'm like, I hate this because I was 3. Then I went into gymnastics. And then I don't know what happened. Got into soccer for a little bit. That was fun. My parents pulled me out of soccer too.
They're just pulling you out of everything.
Yeah, because I'm, accident prone apparently. I mean, don't mind me and my cough, 13 concussions.
13.
Yes.
I got like 3, I think. I don't remember.
I think I'm going to take your hockey helmet home with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to start wearing that from now on, just in case I hit my head.
How bad were these concussions?
Like minor concussions, like nothing severe.
Dang.
But, enough to diagnose me with one. I slipped at Devani's. And he died on.
Oh, no. You had some non-slips on?
Yeah,
I used to work at Noodles and Company. So, like...
I had Noodles and Company the other day. It was
So
really,
good.
really delicious. I
Noodles.
slipped and I tried to grab on to like the metal drying rack with all the plastic dishes. Oh, if it wasn't for the person working on dish, the entire thing would have fallen off.
Yeah,
and I go into work the next day and I'm like, I think I have a concussion. My dad's like, you're fine. I almost threw up over my manager's, like, on his feet. I didn't actually, but I was really close to. I had to fill out like a workers' comp thing, and then I was in a concussion clinic. Like, I had to go to concussion therapy.
What's
like
your
PT for my head.
What's your worst one?
The worst one or the most traumatic one?
How about both?
I guess my worst out of all of them, probably flipping over my handlebars going down a hill.
Oh no.
Flat tire, didn't know. The most traumatic one was passing out in my high school's theater classroom.
Damn. Oh, you were in theater class?
Yeah.
You passed out and hit your head?
On the edge of the stage, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And everyone just kind of staring there. I went to an arts high school.
Get up.
So I get up and I see everyone just staring at me, and my theater teacher is like, yeah, get her to the nurse's office.
So you remember everything?
I feel like it's like very vague memories. It's like I remember it, but I don't at the same time. I can't recall how I got all 13. I can't anymore. Other than maybe the last couple of recent, and the first one I can remember. The first one and the last 3. Everything else is a blur. Have you ever gotten a concussion?
Not that I know of.
Undiagnosed concussions?
Yeah, I didn't break a bone or anything like that until I turned 21. I broke 2 bones in the same year from drinking.
Yep. I was going to say, was that from drinking?
Yeah.
I stubbed my toe really hard and I broke my toe.
Oh, no.
And
I feel like that'd be terrible.
I was a little drunk and I started laughing while the blood was gushing from my toe.
Oh, yeah.
Was it your little toe?
It was my second toe and I chipped part of the bone off.
Oh.
So my elbow, I didn't actually technically break it. I just chipped a bone off.
Yeah.
But it felt like I broke it. So I had to have it in a little sling for a bit. And then you got to start to slowly stretch it out.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise it's going to get stuck.
I got a story to tell you about my arm after this.
For sure. My ankle I broke at work off the clock, seeing grammatics. And it was the day before the Super Bowl. Woke up the next day and I'm like, yeah, this still kind of hurts. It was probably just sprain, whatever. So I worked.
Yeah, you can walk on a broken bone.
I worked all of the Super Bowl on a broken ankle. And I woke up the day after the Super Bowl and it was purple. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Should probably go in. And I was in a boot for the next 2 months at work, bar backing.
Yeah, no, when I was living in Colorado, I did mushrooms for the first time.
Oh, you broke your shit on mushrooms?
I literally tripped out of the bed. I was tripping balls and I was trying to set a plate on the ground. And I, kind of roll over. But then I awkwardly just fall. I try to get back up and I start falling and I twisted my arm behind me. I thought I broke it. It swelled up from here to here. It was blue and purple. I thought I broke my shit. Nah, I got nerve damage to my shoulder.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I literally tripped on shrooms. And then the one time I was tripping on acid, I was sitting around because there's these really cool apartments. Not cool. They're called the Ponds. You don't want to live at the Ponds. The Ponds is scum. No offense. Kind of offense. Like, you don't want to live in the ponds. That's like the first place anyone lives in Steamboat. It's like sketch. But there's a really cool sitting area with like a bench and overlooks the Yampa Valley River. I'm on acid and I'm with my boyfriend at the time. And we're like, we want a Chinese food real bad. Dude, we're like tripping balls. That's my first time tripping on acid. And I'm looking at the rocks moving and I'm like just squatting and I'm like, the rocks are moving. Like, then we see this older couple walking by. So I'm like, okay, let's go sit on the bench and pretend we're not like
Everyone act cool.
act cool. And we're like, okay, we want to go on the bus in public and get Chinese food because no one's driving. Like, you can't drive, I can't drive. And we're sitting there and the old lady and old man keep looking at us. And I'm like, do you think they know that we're tripping balls right now?
The funniest part about this is like you guys are probably just like this.
I'm like,
Staring right back at him.
well, it's like, do they
Like-
know that the rocks are moving right now? Like, do they know that the trees are swaying?
No idea.
And then my boyfriend at the time spits out his lemonade, just laughing hysterically. And we go, yeah, we can't go on the bus. We can't be in public right now, dude. Best acid trip of my life. We got Chinese food eventually.
How can you eat on that shit?
I was just gonna say that.
I used to never be able to, I could eat fruit.
I could
on
like
it.
I
That's
would
about it.
force myself to like eat anything. I'm like,
Just like eating it like a mile an hour.
you're like, this food is weird taste.
Tastes
It's
weird.
just-
Have you guys ever gotten like really, really baked and
Every day.
food tastes no, but food tastes like sandpaper at one point. It just doesn't have
Because your mouth's
Like, because
so
your
dry.
mouth's so dry.
Yeah.
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 Or like chips when your mouth's really dry. Yeah.
Oh, I can't swallow.
Bruh.
I can't. My
Some
body.
Ritz
My body's
crackers.
like, I can't get this down my throat, so I have to chug water, and then I feel like I'm choking, and I can't eat chips when I've just like smoked dabs or something like that.
Even drinking water on acid, it feels like you can feel that shit going through your
Your
fucking veins.
veins.
Like
Yeah.
you take one sip.
No, and
you're
guess
like,
what? Guess what movie we
Wow.
watched at the end of the night? Like,
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
no, we watched Flushed Away, like the
Oh,
2007
yeah, I know what movie that is. Yeah.
animated like
With the mice.
claymation. Yeah, with the rats.
Yeah.
And they're in the sewer. And okay, I don't recommend this, but I smoked when I was coming down from the acid. I'm like, okay, my trip's about to be over. So I smoked. I woke up the day
It
still
enhances
tripping.
it. Yeah.
And then I was practicing driving and I was like, I'm having tunnel vision where the road kept getting longer. And I'm like, Douglas, I have to pull over. I cannot. I did a little skirt thing right here. Yeah, I've had
Not me.
mushrooms by like a lake or something, or like a quarries, but I've never like
St. Cloud quarries.
Yep, St. Cloud quarries.
I've been there a couple times.
I jumped off
Yeah.
the big rock. Dude, that's dangerous. If you don't jump up far enough, you're going to get smacked by a sharp rock.
Yeah. St. Cloud used to be kind of fun. Quarries wise, at least.
You know, they found a body in one of the quarries. That's why they had to empty it out.
Yeah, I'm sure they've found a couple in
that
there.
was a
Yeah.
while ago, right?
It was a couple of years ago, I feel like. I don't remember, but that's what I heard at least, why one of them was drained for a while.
As much as I love jumping into water, I always have that phobia of just something
Bad happening.
Okay.
coming,
Okay, but
grabbing my leg.
it's it's man-made sort of
Yeah.
because they can empty it and drain it. But imagine draining it and finding so much stuff worth so much money
Oh, I'm
under
sure
there.
they found a shit ton of
Gold and watches and rings. It's like, dude,
shit. iPhones.
have you seen those things? Have you seen those videos on TikTok of people
Finding
dumpster
guns?
dumpster diving in like Ulta and Sephora? They'll be dumpster diving in mall dumpsters.
Some,
It's not a bad idea.
Some of those, like I've seen some scuba diving ones,
Yeah.
and some of those look so staged. Like this shit looks brand new, like just freshly put there. And like,
I like the ones where they
like-
go find guns.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like guns that were obviously in crimes.
Dude, that's my biggest fear is that someone's going to come into the club and shoot it up. It's like my biggest fear.
First week or two I worked downtown, there was a shooting right in front of my
Yeah, there's been
restaurant.
shootings outside of the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Not when I'm working, but I'll hear about it. Like when when I wasn't working, I'd hear about it. I'm like, I'm glad I wasn't there.
It's weird because I feel like the spot on Hennepin where you're at,
Hennepin.
Hennepin, like by the 90s and shit's like sketchy, but if you go across the street towards like the
Yeah.
exchange
Yep.
and poorhouse, it's not that bad. It's
Yo,
just
I
like
went
we
to the
cross street.
poorhouse for this event, like hip hop event. The dude could not mix. He did not have good transitions. He just kept using that like really loud horn. Yeah, he kept using that like they use at hockey games. I'm like, I thought I was at a club,
EDM
not a
show?
hockey game.
Yeah.
That was a Drake thing, isn't it?
It was so annoying, and it was like the same
It's a
shit
Kendrick
over.
thing.
Like not to shit on the poorhouse, but it's like I want to be at a better event.
Yeah, no.
I'm
I feel
going
it.
to Reventon's anniversary at the Fillmore on November 3rd.
I've only been there to the Fillmore once. It's
It's
pretty good.
Christian Baca's thing.
Yep. Blizzy. I'm going with Blizzy actually.
Brian,
Where are you?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
Copyright.
not. No, you didn't sing it good enough.
All
Sorry.
right, cool. Are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive.
Want me to do it again? Just kidding.
You think you can do it better?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like my biggest fear is something happening at like my work downtown. Like I'm always afraid, and I mean, security is good wherever you go. You would hope,
Mhm.
but yeah, no, I don't know. Like I said, maybe traveling, maybe I don't know.
You're young. You got all the time in the world to figure
I'm
it out.
23. I'm not getting any younger.
26. About to be 27.
Like if I can find a good career, then maybe I won't. Because I know for some girls that is their quote unquote career. That's how
Yeah.
they make their money.
Mhm.
I don't know if I want that to be me.
I feel it.
It's not your passion.
I mean, ballet was my passion, but that's totally different than being like an
Yeah.
entertainer or exotic dancer. I mean,
Mhm.
it's nice to have the flexibility and, you know, be able to work the pole even if I'm not that good at it. I got some tricks up my sleeve.
Mhm.
I think that's why they hired me, just because I'm small, petite, and I can flip upside down on a pole with both feet behind my head.
Can you do that, Tony?
What is it?
I put
That
both
doesn't even
feet,
make sense to
like
me.
I flip myself, upside down, and I put both feet behind my head and just hang like that.
Tony, could you do that?
You know,
I'll have to show you
With your helmet on?
I'll have to show you a video.
when I was younger, you know, I used to be flexible, but I don't think I could do that.
You're gonna rip a ligament.
I can
rip-
barely
tear
get
your
my
groin.
fucking knees to my chest.
Yeah, you need to stretch out those legs, buddy.
They may be long, but they are not
Lanky,
limber. Is that what you call it? Is that,
Yeah, limber.
that the right word?
Mhm.
lanky, limber. I don't know.
I used to be called lanky. I remember the first time
You're
somebody
still
called me
lanky.
that. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
We used to call you Too Tall Tony.
Yeah.
tall, Tony.
So
I wasn't dissing it. I was just saying.
so what? What you got? Beef or something? You need me to
No.
drop the other glove?
Yeah.
What
once
would
we're
my
done
nickname
rolling.
be?
Kit
Too
Kat.
small?
small?
That was rude. And then there's me. I'm just average.
Average.
Yeah, I was gonna say, average Joe over here.
Yeah, you could never be me, even though you dress in all my clothes. You
If
just
you
can't get
shaved
tall
the
enough.
mustache and the beard, you would probably look like him.
I did this for
Normally
Halloween.
he does have facial hair.
I did this for Halloween.
Normally I don't have any facial hair.
I hate it. You can see my double chin. It's a
You
big
better
boy.
keep that in the video of you doing that with chin.
Oh, he barely
please.
edits it.
I do.
Edits anything out. So
Oh,
I
this
used
is-
to.
yeah, we just ain't got time for
But
that
that's
anymore.
when everybody was dropping
How
hella
long
fucking
are
names.
these pods usually?
I don't know. We've probably been rolling for quite some time. We can probably wrap it up here in a second.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Been
That was
messing
fast.
around, but yeah, no, I mean, I enjoy it. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be in it forever. Might get back into dental assisting. Might get back into dental assisting, ballet teacher, whatever it may
Mhm.
be. For now, just working at Panera and making that dough.
For sure.
Literally.
Literally making that
Literally.
dough.
Yeah, I'm not a baker, so I don't work the line.
Yeah.
I'm register. Oh, quick tea time. This customer, this lady, I'm working the dining room and I'm restocking everything and I'm just about to go wipe down tables. And instead of being like, hey, could you possibly wipe down our table when you have a second? It goes, there's tables that need to be cleaned. You need to go clean them. I go, I'll clean yours in a second and get to the rest of them later.
Right.
It's so hard to keep my customer service when people are like that. I'm
It's
just like,
hard.
bro, you don't like, okay.
It's tough when it's in person. Me, I just
work-
have to do it
I-
over the phone,
I
so
work-
it's easier.
Yeah, like I work in Minnetonka. You're gonna get those certain type of people. Like,
Yeah.
no offense to anyone from Minnetonka or the
Oh,
surrounding areas.
all the offense.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's a tough job. You gotta have a lot of patience for service stuff.
Anything
Yeah.
I
hospitality
like my
wise.
warehouse.
I don't think I
little
could be a hotel.
box.
Imagine people coming in like from their flights all cranky and
They're fucking. You got service fees and stuff, and they're like, "What the fuck? I just paid online." I know I did that one time. That we had to pay an extra $300.
Yeah.
Oh
Yikes.
yeah, that happened to us.
well, they have like a deposit fee, holding fee that you get back.
Not us.
Well, like when we were in LA, like we got hit with an extra fee for getting our car.
It was
Hotel.
$100 a day to stay at the hotel after we already paid
Paid
like
just to be there.
$700 for the room.
Yeah,
And
That's
I was
crazy.
it's
like,
fun though.
I was
much.
like, swipe. And then same with the car. There was another, what was it, $300 fee or something
Something like that.
up front. And I already paid 400 and something for it. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Fuck this. I hate fees, taxes.
Okay, question to
Sorry.
wrap it up. No,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I know you've already been to a club and you haven't, but would you ever hire like a dancer at a party? Like if you were throwing an event, would you ever hire?
Yeah,
Never thought about it.
I probably would.
Like if we throw an event, like
Which
If you're
should
throwing like
happen.
an event and you have like cages or some shit,
Like 2 dance girls, one on each side of the stage for sure.
yeah, that'd be cool.
people throwing ones up there. Yeah, no, I'm just curious because some people are like, oh, I would never hire like a dancer. And other people are like, oh,
We're
yeah,
a little
I
more
would.
open-minded than
If anything, I don't know if
That-
people would be throwing money at them. I mean, they can if they want, but if anything, I'll just pay you for your time.
yeah.
You
You
know
just,
what I mean? And if you get money thrown at you, great. You can give it all.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
just have a sign.
Tips are appreciated.
Tips are appreciated. Tips are welcome.
Yeah. Or put your Venmo up there.
Would you ever have those like fake cops come in for like a bachelor party?
Fake girl cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, for yours. If you're
You know,
Mine.
like
What about yours?
Magic Mike type shit, but female version.
yeah, I'm going to work at
You're
Chippendales.
closer than me,
Yeah, you're probably right.
Daddy.
Please keep that in the video.
I forgot to say too, so I took a Snapchat with this gear on, and Molly swiped up and said "hot dad."
Hot dad, nice.
I got good gear.
And I was like, "You talking about me or Tony?" But anything
right.
else for wrap it up, or do you want to drop any of your ads or anything like that, or
So I was just say, I'm gonna leave it up to you. I'll send my like Instagram
yeah, we
and
can
shit
drop it in the description.
Yeah.
and tag me.
You got
I have Instagram.
You want photography clients coming through
You
soon.
could take both. I
or-
mean, that would be really cool. Honestly, they would give me something to do and kind of keep myself busy on my
Yeah.
days off.
For sure.
I need to get back into a hobby like that. Realizing that. And shout out to the amazing Rave Tribe fam that I met about a month ago. You guys are awesome. I know you're supporting me. They're like, let us know when you're going to be on the podcast. And
All the EDM boys.
yeah,
Woo!
it's like this whole rave. It's like a group of 150 people. It's a lot of
Oh,
people from
dang.
all over Minnesota, Twin Cities,
Nice.
and but like there's like a main group that I hang out with. We went
Hell yeah.
we went over to the Northeast Palace for the game today. I got chicken strips and bottomless mimosas.
Chicken strips.
Bomba samosas. All right.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, appreciate you taking the time to come here.
Glad we got to
and
talk about
sit down.
spam and stripping.
Spam and
The
stripping.
two S's.
I forgot what's the newer strip club gonna be called.
Chicken
Chicken
strips.
strips. Yeah.
Future
Yeah.
chicken strips coming out to you in a nearby town in 2027.
In the suburb by you.
Yeah,
All right.
family friendly.
Comment, like, subscribe. Love you guys.
Gotta
We're
be
out.
good.
We're dropping the gloves. See
Gotta
you
be great.
later.
Gotta be mid.
Bye.
Peace.
My head hurts.
Feels so good to take